Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another tag video. I don't think I've done a tag video in a while, so I'm very happy to sit down and be doing this video because I actually saw Sarah Rose. Actually no, I think it's Sarah Rose. I think that's how she calls herself. So I saw her doing this tag video, and this was like one of her older videos. It's not like a super new video, but it's called the makeup collection tag, and I found it to be like quite fun, so I decided to do it for myself as well. So yeah, there are 14 questions, and I have them pulled up on a phone, so I'm going to just read them through and tell you like my answers essentially for it. So yes, without any further ado, let's get started. And if you would want like to know my makeup collection and I a little bit more, then I think this would be a fun video for you to watch. So let's jump right into it. The first question is, how long have you been collecting makeup? Now with this one, I was a little like unsure of what the answer should be, because I don't know when I started collecting makeup, but I remember when I started wearing makeup, which was November 2015, I want to say, and I think in 2016 is when I eventually started collecting makeup and skincare and beauty products. So yeah, I would say it's been 8 years now, 7 to 8 years. Yeah, it definitely feels a lot longer when I say like 7 years, whereas it never felt like that. It felt like, oh, it's just been last year that I've started collecting makeup, but no, it's been 7 years, 6 to 7 years. Yeah. So anyways, let's move on to our next question. What kind of collection do you have? Minimal, utilitarian, aesthetic, historical, etc. I would say I have a utilitarian collection. I could also call it minimal. It's not super minimal, but I would definitely say utilitarian, because I think most of the products that I own I actually use, and if there's something that I don't use, then I try to declutter it as quickly as possible so that someone else can use it and love those products. So yeah. The third question is, are you a completionist? Now when I read this question before I actually saw her answer, I'm talking about Sarah, so I thought what completionist means is that, do I complete all my products, like do I use them up completely? And I would say yes. For the most part is I try to finish all my products up, and again, in the process, if I discover that I don't maybe like something as much, I will declutter it. But when she answered it, she was kind of talking about like completing a specific collection. Like for example, if there's the Naked series, so you need to have every palette in that series, and in that sense I'm definitely not a completionist. So I think this question is a little bit like, it's up to perception basically. So yeah, you can take it for what you will. But yeah, the fourth question is, how do you organize your collection? Earlier I had more products, which is why some would like be stored along with my other beauty products like skincare, makeup, backups, etc. And I would store it that way. But now I have tried to condense all my makeup products and have them stored in one pouch, and it was supposed to be like my everyday makeup pouch, but I've realized that I don't use every single product every single day, so it would make sense for me to have one pouch in which I store all of my makeup, and then the products I'm using on a day-to-day basis, literally every single day, those are stored separately in a different pouch. So I have like 2 pouches in which I store my makeup, and I want it to be that way. I don't want to outgrow that pouch and have more products, because that is when I would know that I am, you know, growing my collection a lot and I don't need as many products. So yeah, that's how I store my makeup essentially. What's your favorite thing about your collection? I would say my favorite thing about my collection is that every product gets cycled in through in a month. Generally speaking, I think apart from lipsticks, everything else like my base products, actually now that I think about it, my loose powders don't get cycled through, because I don't rotate amongst them. I will start using one and then use up the entire one and then move on to the next one. But when it comes to blushes, I want to say bronzers also, I try to rotate amongst them pretty quickly, generally speaking. So I know all my products very well, essentially is what I'm trying to say. I think that's my favorite thing about my collection, because a lot of people who have bigger collections, they have not used a specific product in so long, and then I've seen so many YouTubers do like videos where they're like full face of my forgotten favorites, etc. And I would try to be that person, but later on I realized, you know what, I'm actually not that person. I'm someone who goes through and uses all the products pretty regularly. So I think that's one of my favorite things about my collection, is that it's not grown so much that I don't tend to use certain things very often, you know. So that's what I really like about my collection. And my least favorite thing about my collection, or something that I would want to improve, is have more diversity and more variety, because I definitely feel like I stick to a certain box, and I feel like I don't have the most complete collection. At the same time, I do like that, you know, I have all the products that I would typically need, and if there is anything that I don't own, I possibly maybe don't even need that, you know, specific product. But I don't think I have a very diverse collection. So I think moving forward, I would try to add products with a little bit more variety, but still sticking to what I know and love. So that's going to be a tough balance, but we'll see how we grow and progress with that. What the seventh question is, what is the biggest category of your collection? This is without a doubt lipsticks. I think every person has the biggest collection of lipsticks over everything else. So yeah, that's the same for me. I have the most number of lipsticks. I think I have more than 20 lipsticks, I want to say, and I don't have like more than 10 of anything else. So that's a very clear demarcation, like what's the biggest category. What's the smallest category of your collection? Now this has to be, I think it would be a tie between highlighter and eyebrow products, even eyeliner for that matter, because eyeliner I still have like backups, but so that is probably not the correct answer. For highlighter, I would say I have one full size, and then I have one highlighter in a face palette. So even that, I think if you count that, then I would say I have two. But definitely eyebrow product, I just have one eyebrow product, so that would be, I think, the smallest category in my collection. Everything else I have like 3, 4, 5. So yeah, that would be the smallest category in my collection. Do you have a holy grail in your collection? I have so many holy grails in my collection. I'm going to be doing an entire video on my makeup holy grails, which I don't know if that's going to be up before or after this video, but I'm going to talk about like my holy grail makeup products that I continue to repurchase over and over again. So I definitely have holy grails in my collection. That's not a surprise to anyone. The 10th question is, do you ever wish your collection was bigger, smaller, or is it complete? I think utilitarian standpoint wise, I think my collection is pretty complete. If anything, sometimes I think could I have a smaller collection, and I still sometimes feel like yes, I could have a smaller collection. That being said, I don't want to declutter stuff that I currently own. I will probably use stuff up and then not repurchase certain things maybe like immediately, and have just 1 or 2 of each category. That could be possible, but I definitely don't wish to have a larger collection, like I said again, because I don't want to outgrow my pouch. And right now I think I'm exactly where I need to be, because if I have even one more makeup product, I think it would not fit in the pouch anymore. At least that's what I feel like. Or I just need to get a bigger pouch, which is again defeating the point. So yeah, I think my collection is pretty complete. If anything, I would like to maybe have a slightly smaller collection, but still diverse, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't make sense. 11th question is, how often do you declutter makeup in your collection? I would say 3 to 4 times in a year, but when I say declutter, I don't mean like I purge my entire collection. It more so happens that I will eventually discover that a specific product I am not as much of a fan of anymore, and then I will decide to declutter that. So it's like product specific. I don't even do like huge declutter videos like a lot of other people do, because my collection is so small. I think it would look like a joke if I did that, but I do tend to do like beauty declutters, in which there'll be a couple of makeup products, a couple of skincare products, maybe some perfumes, etc. So yeah, that is how often I declutter my makeup. Do you ever get envious seeing other people's makeup collections? all the time, all the freaking time. I think I was I never accepted this, but I do love seeing the aesthetics of people who have a super large collection. At the same time, I don't want that to me. I don't want that to be me, because it would, I think, make me feel very guilty to own so much makeup and not being able to use everything. But I would be lying if I said I don't want to have an IKEA drawer myself and have like an entire store full of makeup. Like me, a couple of years ago, there was so much FOMO and I really wanted to buy an IKEA drawer myself. I remember like saving about 25,000 just to buy an IKEA drawer set, like the Alex drawers. But then now that I have the money to do that, I don't want to do that. So there is that, like, how do I say it? The rational part of me versus the FOMO part of me. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, I definitely get envious seeing other people's collection, but I know it's not my reality. So I am happy with where I am right now, for sure. Who on YouTube has the best makeup collection videos? I want to say Kelly Gooch. She has again a decent size collection, but at the same time it's not huge, but she still has like an aesthetic looking makeup collection, and she does have a lot of products. She has, I think, 20 times more makeup than I do, I want to say, but still for some reason she rotates her products and she uses up so much stuff on a regular basis, and also declutters stuff pretty regularly. So yeah, I think she has a really nice makeup collection, and I am glad that we get to see her collection often as well when she does her everyday makeup drawers, shop my stash, vlog, organizing makeup, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would also say Andrea Matilano. She also has a really nice collection. She used to do her everyday makeup drawer videos, but now it's more seasonal, but we still get to see her makeup collection in those videos, and I think she's got a pretty great collection as well. Anyways, the last question is, what's some advice you'd want to give a future makeup collector? I would say don't be like a makeup collector right out of the gate. It can definitely be very exciting to, like, when you get into the world of makeup, to buy all the makeup that is out there, but don't do that right out the board, because it can grow very quickly and steadily, but then after a certain point you will probably regret buying some of the things because you just bought it for the sake of it, because it's popular, because it's people are talking about it, because you want to try it out. But later on you will discover and realize, oh my god, I bought all this stuff and now I don't want it anymore. So that might tend to happen. So don't dive into the ocean. I would say start swimming in the pool first, and then once you have swum in the pool for a while, then you can maybe go and jump into the sea and just dip your waters slowly, like dip into the water very slowly is what I would say, because that's something I am very happy and glad that I did, is that I didn't dive into the ocean directly, and I'm still very happy in my swimming pool. So yeah, that is it for this video on this makeup collection tag. I hope that you enjoyed watching it, and yeah, let me know that if you would want to like answer these questions down below in the comment section as well. If you have a makeup collection yourself, I would love to know. So yes, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.